Hi, welcome. I know this is about like 5 minutes in, but this is a match between Kabuki Hundo Activist Department versus Smells Like Troll Seed. Um, I'm Professor Render, and joining me is Hawk. How are you doing?
I'm good, man. Seems it's a busy night, but got a lot of rando to watch, so that's always good.
Yeah, yeah, this is exciting. It's the first proper day of League, so this is everything's all exciting. Guess we were a little bit behind here. Catch us up on what has happened with this race.
Right. Yeah. So I've been watching in the race room. It looks like they both did a standard split between with Neo. They went down. They started at Sank. Angry Pants started with Uncle, and I believe it was CJ started with Sank, and Norse Commandy started with Uncle. I do know that Mr. Angry Pants chose to do a bomb escape, and he found the hook shot in Zelda's cell. I think that was the biggest divergence between the group. Beyond that, it looks like Norsk and CJ are slightly ahead. They've been doing boots. They've had the boots for a while, so both of them. Oh, I guess they're all getting their boots now. So.
Yep. So yeah, this this is exciting to see. CJ and Norse Maddie make up. Henceforth referred to as Chad because that's what the acronym stands for. Looks like. And then Neobium Narwhal and Mr. Anchor Pants represent Smells Like Troll Seed. Just waiting for everything to get finished up because this is very much behind, and we're trying to get everything up as soon as possible.
Yeah. Yep. I think we'll probably pop in, before the 10-minute mark, hopefully. So.
I can quickly switch the thing over. Once I can get to it.
Yeah, you're good. It does seem like the website is taking a fair bit to load. So it looks like 3 out of the 4, no, actually all 4 now have gotten their mirrors. It looks like we've got Flute was in Mini Moldorm Cave, which I believe Norse Maddie's going to be getting here in just a second. Oh, hopefully.
I don't know if we saw Hookshot Cave already, but you can take a look at that right now. There's a flute. That's something. And a book.
Yep. Looks like, and then if I'm right, yeah, so all the runners do have their mirrors.
And there we go. So, Norse Maddie, getting the information that was brought up by CJ, gets the book and flute in their respective locations. So, one of the big things that about this week, and this will be the case for every one of the co-op ones, is just splitting up the duties. Like starting off, you'll see people go from Link's house to Sank. It's just like Link's house, and one person goes to Sank. Some other duties as well that it's one of the more important things about co-op when it comes to those weeks.
Right. Yeah. Definitely the division of duties is important but then there are some items, boots. Those are things that you probably want to get as quick as possible because they're just going to cut time throughout the rest of the seeds. So you might be, if your partner finds those early, you're going to want to, get to them as quick as you possibly can.
Yeah, definitely. It's if you as soon as you find the boots, like you find those boots, if it's really early, then that's just, as you mentioned, it's very much go get it, because if you any seconds that's missed with the boots is time lost.
Right. Yep. Definitely. It's also interesting. I always think it's interesting to see what the seed is laying out for your first logical dark world access. I think I'm trying to look at the trackers. It does look like CJ does have his glove, and I'm trying to think if the other ones do. I can't see it on the other ones. So CJ does seem to have the first glove.
Yeah, and it looks like CJ will head into the front of escape. That will give information about the hook shot, which could be relayed to their teammate, to his teammate.
Right. Yeah, and it smells like Troll Seed had that early, but not. It was it was one of those things that was so early that it was bound for Chad to get over there and get it as quick as they can. When the seed doesn't open up enough and you have to go into front of escape, the early front of escape dip doesn't always pay off as much as you want it to.
Right. Yeah, and that's some of the things that it's kind of one of the nice things about doing co-op is that even though yes you might be doing one thing that may be a little bit bad, if it actually yields something that you can relate to your opponents, or well, not your opponent but your teammates rather, like for example that can of Samaria that Norse Committee found, because since CJ's already in since already in front of escape, you can just say, hey, Samaria is in the inside of Spectacle Rock. So that'll be something to that means okay, that's something to consider going up when he makes his way up to the mountain.
Right, yeah. The good thing is when it's things that you don't need right away, you can tie it into your later checks. So
yeah, and so CJ got his hook shot. That's something that is going to get relayed. Unfortunately for Norse Committee, considering the timing, how Chad got up to this position, that means Norse Committee would have to do another return up to the mountain after getting the hook shots.
Yep.
Which is something that CJ doesn't have to deal with, considering, okay, I just got information about the Samaria. I can use that to route in, make my routing a lot more easier.
Looks like Pants is heading into desert. I don't know if anybody else has made it in there yet. I haven't seen. I also noticed that I believe that Narwhal they do look like they have two swords. I think they're up to Master Sword. I don't know where they picked up the second one though. I was unable to view that.
I thought I caught it, but it was when we were still trying to get through the
right, yep,
the tech issues.
Yeah, that was what I was gonna say too.
But Norse Committee will start the first boss of tonight of the race here. That will be Moldorm. It's an easy boss considering you have the big key. It's not a big deal. You don't have to worry about leaving the dungeon to get over to Hyrule Castle, and then only then going back out the mountain.
Right. Looks like CJ found the second sword. It was in back of Escape, and Pants just found the lamp. So we are Hammer and Moon Pearl, or just Moon Pearl from Dark World, I think, because with 2 swords and the lantern, that's an Ega climb, but it's got to get done anyways in this mode.
Yeah, because this is co-op all dungeons, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the pendant. It doesn't matter the crystal. You're gonna have to clear it out of the way. And that's Norse Community getting the first dungeon completed. So CJ, knowing that hookshot was found, is going to go ahead and look at the East Step Mountain checks.
That Narwhal is doing right now as well. Oh, there we go. We got a bow in Paradox Cave.
Yep, and we also did see from Norse Community that the mushroom turns into a cape. That's not too bad. It doesn't open up anything right now, but it does at least get us a little bit closer to Aga.
I do want to throw it out to our trackers. Nochibato and Raids are tracking for us today, and they are just like us, playing a little catch up. So I want to give them a thumbs up and a hearty handshake for getting caught up on all these quick changes.
Yeah, and we mentioned this before, but this is the first week of League, so it's already off to a flying start. We've been having matches pretty much all day today, and a lot of restreams going on as well. Just there's a lot of things that's going on right now as we kick off season 5 of the league.
Right, yeah, it was good. Gave me something to do all day when I was sitting at my desk.
All right, so Norse Community will make his way over to Zelda Cell. That'll get the hook shot. That'll be the hook shot acquired. And it looks like CJ will head into Desert Palace. We did see this earlier from Smells Like Troll Seed.
Yeah, Pants went in there and got the lantern, so it's on the torch.
And it looks like Norse Community is actually opting to go for the Aga play without the lamp. And this, I get it. This considering that there's no information on the lamp, at least until CJ picked it up, that is.
Right.
That's a sign that it may show a bit of confidence on Norse Community's side to go to do this with do the dark rooms.
Yeah, and he went in there without knowing, but as soon as he got in there, he at least learned that hey, it's in logic, because he knows he can get the cape, he can get the lamp, so might as well do it. Who knows? Moon Pearl could just be sitting on Pyramid Ledge. Yeah,
this is at least a fallback, and that's something that Norse Community is willing to take. That fallback. So that's a flute over to Desert to look to, just by knowing that information, just to make that make the play for Aga all more comfortable. All right. Meanwhile, both Mr. Angry Pants and Neobio Narwhal is in Hera. Mr. Angry Pants is lining up for the Lord Raiden Hera pot. Might have. It looks like he may have gotten slot zeroed. Yeah,
he did. Yep.
Yeah, the bomb trajectory looked awkward.
I think it was the Moldorm drop to Fairy, and even though he didn't pick it up, I'm pretty sure that still messes with the Infilla.
Yes, it causes an altitude change, because of the Fairy basically having an altitude variable because it's technically in the air. So that means he's gonna go ahead and try it again, and
oh, he forgot to go left. He soft locked. Oh no, he got the mirror.
You can't mirror here.
Oh,
you
no, you gotta save and quit. Oh boy. Ouch.
Yeah, if you soft lock here, because the game is trying to push you into the pit, and since you're stuck, there's no way to, and you're trying to at the same time falling into a pit. The game,
right. Yeah,
you can't.
That's a hard
reset.
lesson to learn.
Yeah, that's why I always tend to do left. I mean, it's okay to do a diagonal upright out of there, but if you want to be safe, do a left. So, in the meantime, CJ is en route through Eastern Palace with the bow in hand. As Norse Maddie is on the way to get to the bow. And then over on the side of Smells Like Troll Seed, Neobio Narwhal is doing the Moldorm fight. Got him angered, but still will be able to knock him down for the first dungeon for Smells Like Troll Seed. Okay, so Norse Commander gets the bow here. That was relayed from CJ.
Looks like Narwhal's gonna go pick up the lamp.
And now Norse Commander will head back to the Aka Tower to redo the what he was gonna try and do originally before getting the information about the lamp.
I wonder too. I must have been wrong. I thought I saw somebody had the glove, but it doesn't look like they do. So that means that I definitely think we're looking at a first logical dark world being this Aga climb, so that opens up a couple more checks that you can do while bunny walking.
And on the side as well, CJ has picked up these. So his first dungeon, which is the Green Pendant, which is something that CJ will start to take a look at. And it's nothing.
I feel like the Green Pendant is never anything in all dungeon seeds because the game knows you have to do it anyways.
Right. I mean, in my practice between my team, I think if I remember this right, I did, I think, at least see a green panda required item at one point, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I mean it happens. It's definitely there. It's just my personal experience is always the other thing. It's like when I don't need to do green pendant is when it's hammer.
To be fair, my team isn't in the same division as this as are the ones on the screen. This is the Desert Palace division. My team's in the Council Tower division.
Well, I will say it, my team is Smells Like Troll Seeds, so I am the third player on that team. So,
fair enough.
Yeah,
fair enough.
Yeah.
I only won, so yeah, that's I guess fair enough. Okay, so Norse Manny is at the top of Aga Tower. Gonna go ahead and start that Aga 1 fight. So if you want to put a number between 0 to 20, 0 to 15 rather, assuming with the assumption that Norse Manny hits every single red ball, how many blue balls does he fire?
Oh boy, I'm gonna say 4.
I'll stick with 3 because that's pretty much the median at this point. Not even an average, just a median. So far, so good. There's one. And the lightning attack is coming out. That's the cue that tells the game to restart the cycle. There's 2.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, 2.
That's one off, but still roughly average / median. So Norse Manny will take a look at what is on the pyramid ledge. Actually, gonna poke it blind.
Giving the long look for that pearl.
Yeah, I guess to be fair, it was pretty much the last thing you would have to find.
Right. Yep. It seemed that was the last thing. The game was definitely funneling them towards it.
Yeah. So that's already the second dungeon cleared on Norse Command side. Will soon be CJ's.
Looks like Pants grabbing some rupees probably to check Zora, I would say. Maybe after this.
Yeah, it's not common to see that room. But given the fact that maybe the idea is to check out Zora, I don't blame him.
No, it added a little bit of time, but you're essentially, he doesn't have to houlihan for that then. I think it might be just a tad faster since you're already in Eastern, so.
Okay, so CJ gets through the 2 blue balls and is now in the Dark World with Norse Kamadi. Just over the 29-minute mark. And CJ's bunny sprite as a Pikachu is a Bidoof.
That's pretty good.
Classic Gen 4 Pidgey-like Pokemon. Or Rattata Pokemon, rather. Mm-hmm. It's
Hammer and the Dark Palace big key chest, so that is
classic.
Yep.
And one of those seats where, yeah, we're forced to go through Aga just to get the Moon Pearl, And lo and behold, your hammer ends up being French vanilla. Just taking a little bit of time to get the lineup to get a clean dash through the hellway.
All right, it looks like Narwhal is there heading towards Aga Tower. And yep, Pant's not far behind them. So that is you're pretty much funneled towards this. So we'll see what happens once they are both in the dark world.
Yeah, Narble is as you mentioned, a hint of angry Pants. But before Angry Points joins up with them, he will take a look at the back here, because we know that there is a Master Sword along there.
Right, and I don't think anybody has checked Darkcross yet. I don't know what it. I wasn't paying attention to the escape items, so it might not be anything of importance. But he's not even so he must already know that it's not needed.
Right. Yeah. That's a sign that Narwhal had told him, "Hey, this Darkcross is nothing. Don't bother." And I guess one thing too, while our four runners are doing their things, the way that I guess Mike had mentioned how this is how the times are gonna be handled. So, if it goes off of average time, so if let's say one of the players from Chad finishes first, and another team and a player from Smells Like Troll Seed ends up finishing second, it's all going to be dependent on how the other opponents, your other teammates, is going to finish. So, and then after taking a look at the average, after the two are finished, the 2 times are averaged out, and the team who has the fastest time wins out of that situation. If 2 players have ended up finishing from the same team, that's pretty much a win.
Right. Yeah. If you look at it, if your team finishes first and second, you got it. If your team finishes first and third, you probably got it. If it finishes first and fourth, then you might, then it comes down to how close were the first and the second place, and how close the third and the fourth place were.
Actually, I never thought to do that over on CHA's side. He dropped down from above to take care of the hard hat beetles, and then hookshot the switch to get to get over to the back to fight Helma. This is probably a call that was made by Norse Maddie that said that, hey, the back is nothing. We're just gonna have to go to the boss.
Right. Yeah. He was Norse Maddie definitely was just enough ahead to give him that information. It's pretty. They're both following each other's. Actually, all of our runners are following their teammates' steps right now. We'll see where the split comes.
Oh, actually, our tracker Rage is pointing out that there actually was a glove in Harmless Hellway. So I'm guessing CJ wants to take care of the boss first, then get Harmless Hellway out of the way. I guess that's what I'm seeing here.
Yeah, thanks, Rage.
Okay, so that is Norse Maddie's 3rd dungeon completed. And there's our Dark World map check. The 5-6 crystals are swamp and ice, and the regular crystal is in Thieves Town.
Some good routing for Norksmanny, because he can just mirror over and finish Eastern here after he finished pod. So.
So it looked like Mr. Angry Pants actually did grab a shield, so yeah, he's holding onto the walls to minimize lag. Yeah, and that's something that's distinction that was made from Norksmanny's side, because when he was doing his Aga, he didn't have to hold onto the wall because he didn't have a shield at the time. Alright, so there's CJ. That looked like CJ did finish up pod as well. So that's
Though I
CJ's.
don't remember, I did not see him go back and grab the glove, unless did he come through Harmless Hellway?
I guess he may have. I'm guessing he did, as far as I can tell. Let me take a peek at the
Chad is
playback.
saying CJ has gloves, so.
Okay. Yeah, so that
Yep.
So it was coming from Harmless Hellway to
when he did the cool hook shot thing.
Yeah. The where he just backed up and jumped down. Okay, that was something I'll admit I missed.
I think I have seen 4 different Armos kills in this race. I think every racer did it slightly different.
Yeah, the quick kill is a little. I wouldn't say tricky. It is time sensitive.
Right. Yep.
And like the slightest mistake is enough to lose you time. I do find Tempered Sword out in Thieves Town because CJ has entered Thieves Town.
Norksmanny finally going to get his second sword.
And Nearby Narwhal is going through pod. Will soon come across the hammer, and they'll.
I think they picked up the hammer.
Oh wait. Okay, never mind.
Yep.
Yeah, like the tracker is slow right now, so bear of us. I'm guessing. They must have told Mr. Angry Pants about it. Or if that was the case, Mr. Angry Pants hasn't been through
right
pod.
No, he save and quit after beating Aga, and now he's doing the Zora check that I think he was setting up. I figure he looks like he's not wanting to go immediately after, though getting that hammer would be useful. But while Narwhal's finishing up, he can do a couple checks here.
Yeah, Zora doesn't have anything typical. CJ does find a stash of money in the Thieves Town attic, so that's something that you could relay to Norksmanny, just because who knows if you'll need it for Zora or you'll need it for bottles or whatever.
Right. The Norksmanny just clearing up VOO. probably gonna follow CJ into Thieves Town.
Yeah, and this is Norse Maddie relaying, going through what CJ has relayed to him about the way you should route Thieves Town, considering that Norse Maddie is essentially following his lead, and CJ's doing the scouting.
Yeah, it's interesting to see because it definitely, sometimes I know in some of our practice runs, getting just kind of lost in the information, when you don't get back to a dungeon for a while after your teammate does it. But if you're, following right behind them, you only need to grab a couple chests, and it stays fresh in your mind. So.
Line says, time for you to go on a blind date. No thank you.
He's very punny.
I meant it seriously, too. Anyway, this is a blind fight. You probably... It's nothing to really write home about. It's just... It was a little different, but still got through with flying colors. So that is CJ's 4th dungeon completed. And considering CJ is ahead of Norse Maddie, we'll go ahead and look at the mirror checks that are over here, starting with the King's Tomb, or sorry, not King's Tomb, the Paradox Cave. Wait, what am I saying? It's Graveyard Ledge.
There we go.
Yeah, one of
and then he'll
one
do
of them.
King's Tomb. Yeah, exactly. You got it.
Question. The question is, does he do Tomb Raider? Because that's a thing that's new.
So new that I don't even know what you're talking about.
Okay. I guess he's not going to do it. So basically, this is a new rail clip that was recently approved by the Racing Council. It's essentially you can get from Graveyard Ledge to King's Tomb without bits.
Still need the mirror though, right? Just saves a couple seconds to clip from one to the other.
I think you lose your mirror when you do that because you're jumping. I'm guessing how it works is you're jumping from like you start your mirror from like the left side, and then you jump from the right at the very bottom edge of the map, or the bottom edge of the cliff that's over on Graveyard Ledge.
Right.
CJ pulling up current jump. This is to get to Catfish. I don't know if CJ has already turned in the mushroom to get that cape, because he did pass it up. Meanwhile, Norse Maddie does get his 5th dungeon cleared out. Catfish was nothing.
And now CJ's gonna go and find out that the fish has nothing. So.
All throwing up pieces of heart, mind you. Or no, wait. Wasn't that like? Or no, wait. Well, it's something red.
Yeah, I believe it was a piece of heart.
Yeah, that was right. Norse.
Maddie into Skull Woods.
Yeah. So this is now Norse Maddie taking the role of scouting here, going into a dungeon. Although not completable, this is just so you can gain information on what items are where. CJ will head into Cave 73, or whatever you decide to call it next.
Johnny Two Bombs?
Johnny Two Bombs works. Yeah, just your average Cave 73.
Yep, no hype on that one.
Yeah.
Ooh, we're gonna get a ped check. Second bow.
Okay, that's free. That's a free bow.
Yeah.
Yeah, knowing that the 3 pendants were pretty accessible, Norse Maddie is gonna pull it. Makes sense. This for a change, ped was actually interesting.
Yeah, right. You know, it's definitely, like you were saying, easy pendants. So not, and you're already up there anyways. Might as well grab it.
Yeah, not necessarily required, but it's nice to have the silvers on hand. Alright, so CJ will check out Cave 45 while Norse Maddie pulls flippers. Okay.
And Pants finishing up the pod dungeon, so that's I believe their third, because they haven't done, they got locked in Hera, so they have to redo Hera.
Yeah, because of the attempt, because he got soft locked while trying to do Hera pod.
Right. So we'll have to go back to that. Yeah, CJ probably, I mean, looks like he's heading into Swamp. Got all the stuff for it.
At least the digging game was only 2 digs. For a piece of hard, yes, but it is that was a quick check. And knowing that Norse Maddie found the flippers, it's going to head into Swamp Palace. This is clearable. Now, did CJ ever finish up Hera? I think I would imagine he did.
Oh, man, that's a good question.
Because if that's the case, then that's silvers for CJ. If he chooses to if he chooses to go and grab the pedestal. I'm gonna go and check that out right now. He has not gone to Hera. Like, yeah, he hasn't completely cleared it, so. Okay, so it looks like just all CJ was wanting to do is grab the flippers and just going.
With that glove, we're gonna head into Desert. Can finish that off now.
Yeah, that's a fair call to make. Because you're gonna be doing both Norse Maddie and CJ are in 2 clearable dungeons. CJ will be getting his next dungeon clear before Norse Maddie. as right now North Maddie is doing the scouting.
Looked like Pants was, for a second there, thought he must have had the fire rod and then decided to turn back. But then he, now he is going back to check Ped, so he'll learn that there's another bow there. But he does not have the required pendants to pull it, so.
Yeah, so that's information now. They'll just be relayed to Narwhal. Should they choose to go to Thieves Town first, then go into Skull Woods, which just looks like that's what they're doing.
Probably, yeah, it was probably a decision made right then, like, hey, silvers are on Ped, you know, if you go VOO while I, because Pants went up to Skull, so probably makes sense.
I did see a rod over on Risk Maddie's side. I don't know what color it was. Let me roll that back as North Maddie will just do a very quick and easy Argus fight.
And he dropped the big key because he says, hey, come on back into my dungeon. You forgot that big chest. Oh, almost simultaneous boss kills there from Chad, the Chad team.
Okay, that wasn't a rod that I saw. It was just 10 bombs from North Maddie's side.
So we are still looking for, it looks like we're still looking for both the rods. Nope, missed the jump there, CJ. And do we have, I don't think we have without the mitts, we don't have the information on the pendants for, or the, medallions for Meyer or TR yet.
CJ will grab the Samaria that Norris Maddie had mentioned to him a little bit ago. Didn't have the opportunity to go and finish that, go to the mountain. So looks like CJ will just opt to start working on the Hera now.
We'll get left side swamp from North Maddie, while Narwhal's finishing up, going through Thieves Town, and Pants is getting the mirror checks that North Maddie did earlier.
Alright, CJ gets a successful Hera pot. And this is just a rush to get to Moldor.
Yeah, nothing else in Hera, not worth the stay.
Yeah, you're just treating this as a go mode Hera. Nothing too crazy. Looks like he did anger Moldorm, but that's no big deal. That's clear for CJ.
Yeah, I got a poke instead of a spin, I think, on one of those.
Yeah, no big deal. That is the 6th dungeon cleared.
This must have been checked early in the the seed, because it looks like Norse Man knew exactly, like, they were heading straight for that island in Lake Hylia to get the powder there. Gonna go check Magic Bat, while CJ does Spike Cave, so good teamwork from the two of them, doing two somewhat longer out of the way checks, and Spike Cave gives you the mitts.
That's a pretty awkward spot for the mitts.
Right, that is definitely seems a last location waiting to happen. Let's see, and Ether on Magic Bat.
So both one-offs are giving value here.
Right, could be that. Yeah, the Ether could be useful, could be needed, could be required.
Yeah, and knowing this, Norse Schmatty is going to take it and go immediately up to the mountain, while CJ starts his trek through Swamp Palace to get the clear down. We'll actually be joined up by Mr. Angry Pants. Pretty much going in hand in hand.
Right, yeah, they're right. They're you know, a step behind each other or in front of him, the other one.
Meanwhile, Narble gets the blind kill done. That's their fifth clear.
Right, and that gives them the pendant that they need, so they're gonna head up to probably Pedestal.
At the same time, going to the Skull Woods because there is flippers there.
Right, right.
We'll take a brief aside. I wonder, maybe this got lost in translation.
Yeah, I'm wondering. I don't remember this being something, but maybe I missed it.
I don't think it was anything special. Oh, Quake, right,
Quake.
right.
Gonna grab the medallions to make sure that if they need it going into, that's, you know, you gotta get up there. I feel like I would have waited until we knew what the, you know, medallion was. You know, eventually somebody's gonna get up to Turtle Rock or get to Mire. You might not even need that Quake.
Speaking of which, Norse Schmatty has revealed that Ether is required for Misery Mire, so that will mean that the powder will have to be picked up by CJ to go into Mire.
Right.
But I guess since you're here, you might as well just start clearing out Argus here just to get the clear. That'll be for 7 dungeons.
Right. Yeah. I don't think Swamp ended up having anything else in it, so that's an easy kill, or, you know, easy swamp for CJ there.
Yeah, that's no big deal whatsoever for CJ. This is just simple. Big key in Mire Bridge. So Godmire when it isn't even go mode yet. Classic. And it looks like CJ will go make his way over to that powder. So yeah, that's fine. Norse Schmatty did call it out. Just CJ's gonna follow in the footsteps. A question from our tracker Raids. He's choosing to bail on the pedestal.
Yeah, I think they did. They went up. They didn't do anything. They didn't go get it. So.
Yeah, I meant to say they. I apologize.
No, you're good.
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting because they had an opportunity to do they had an opportunity to get silvers. Chose not to do it though. It might be because of the fact that they have tempered and they don't necessarily need to get the silvers, because at this point you're only doing a tempered sword silverless fight, which is pretty much trivial.
Right. Following into swamp, it looks like. And CJ gonna give us some. Is he gonna do dark? Yep. Dark Death Mountain. So we'll get to see some checks there. And yeah, Chad is pointing out that that those silvers definitely make that Vidi fight a lot smoother. So.
Yeah, it turns the silver the Vidi fight into basically shoot 'em up. It is a very simple fight. Just shoot the eyes and then
Right.
shoot two arrows into the big eye and you're good. And in the case for CJ, he only went into Skullwoods to get the flippers and nothing else. I don't think CJ will opt to get the silvers.
Right, probably not. Oh, butter sword for CJ in Hookshot Cave.
You take those. And Turtle Rock's medallion is Ether's.
Ether. Quake unnecessary.
Yep, so it's a double Ether. That is good information for Norse humanity. That means you won't have to waste time in doing Graveyard Ledge. And CJ will open it up. Could choose to go inside. Going inside Fire Rodless is a move that's not a bad idea. Especially in the case of when you're just looking for intel. So yeah, going in here is a good decision from CJ's part, just doing more things just to kind of diversify the checks that's being done.
Right. Yep. See what.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, there you go. Fire Rod on Checkerboard Cave. CJ will actually be quite happy to know that, considering that he is going to, if he gets locked out here, that does mean he will have to get the Fire Rod. Yeah, it's like, does get locked out here, that's fine. That just good timing on Norse Maddie's
right,
for that check to come out.
Yeah, that was some very, very fine timing there.
So CJ will come back for the Fire Rod at a later date. I'm guessing. Okay, what does he want to do? Smith chain. That has to be a Smith chain. Mr. Angry Pants will get the powder
Which
for smells.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good check for him to get because it was what was that? That was ether, I believe, right?
Yes.
And then do you need to get up to Spike Cave at some point for them to get their mitts?
Okay, so CJ will is going to take a brief look at oh, I'm guessing he's just checking hammer picks.
That's a little weird, but you know, they're moving on. He probably guess he's gonna go get his fire rod now, probably.
Okay, so with CJ's information, he's gonna go into Meyer. Looked like there wasn't anything. I guess there wasn't anything to call on within there.
Frozen bird, meme. He's memeing.
Just casually taking the bird into the dungeon.
And Narwhal making their way to Spike Cave, so they will get the mitts here. Okay, so not as far behind as it could have been, so that's good. Though it does seem, as I said, a bit of a last location, because that's just kind of what happens when you get mitts on Spike Cave.
Yeah, like I mentioned, it's an awkward spot to get it. Oh, and CJ's just gonna go ahead and try to hover it. Considering that the big key was there. Not quite getting it, but it was just worth one attempt. And just gonna go ahead and pursue, go through it with a Godmire.
No problem, Plume. I saw your chat, so I think I upped it a little bit.
And while we were talking about CJ, North Spray did Icebreaker. Yeah, very important trick to learn in the current time with Link to the Past, the randomizer.
Yeah, definitely. I actually had some really good mentoring during the mentor tournament this year that helped me get that one down a lot easier. I had good direction into what I was doing, and using some sword buffers to get the right locations. So
yeah, if you sword buffer it makes doing Icebreaker blazing fast if you're quick enough, because if you get it down right, then you can make that you can make an Icebreaker look extremely fast.
Yeah, it looks with the sword buffers, I think it looks almost effortless. It's just like, right there. And then a tip that I was told by one of my mentors that I didn't realize, and this helped me because none of the tutorials I watched ever talked about it, but when you're getting ready to go through clip through the rail, you can tell if you're in the right position by the way, if you tap up and Link turns to the right, and as long as you know that, you're in the right position to get through.
Yeah, that's a good tidbit to know. Anyway, Norse Community does finish up Cold Stare while we were talking about that.
Yeah, Ice Palace done already. Whew. They're on a tear.
Yeah, Norse Community is going through pretty fast. This looks like this is gonna be a big bomb check, while CJ is gonna go ahead and get the fire rod. Absolutely necessary, this one, because not only just for Skull Woods, but to even get through the front door of Ice Palace. and it looked like there wasn't anything in Ice Palace to note. So this is just Norse Matty saying, "Hey, you could just go mode this." CJ have a little bit of a chase with that freeze orb. And Mr. Angry Pants onto the blind fight. Oh, looks like Narwhal. Oh yeah,
Ran out of magic.
Yeah, and they were trying to get the magic from the pots, but the magic despawned because there's too many sprites on the screen.
Yeah, you got to kill the berries first.
Yeah, that will spawn the Wallmaster. That's also being that also gets despawned because of the number of sprites on the screen, but it does open up that does bring the pots into play. Oh, did Bomba show up on the big bomb? I didn't notice.
Yeah, it was in Pyramid Fairy.
Okay, yeah. Okay. Not necessarily required, but at least it's there.
Yeah, it's funny he gets it after he's already done done Cold Stare. So.
Yeah, it's a Bombos that's locked behind Cold Stare. Considering that is a 5/6. So Norse Commandy will start doing the Smith chain, which is something that CJ opted to leave out when he was doing he only opted to going through the Village of Outcasts area. He opted to go for just hammer pegs and nothing else.
Yeah, and it looks like I guess I must have missed. Looks like Narwhal's the only one who hasn't picked up half magic, so not 100% sure where that was, but they could probably use it when they're in skull with their fire rod, but that's all right.
Yeah, having half magic for the Mavula fight is nice, so that way you have a bit more shots in the tank.
But with Tempered Sword, it's not the end of the world. It's more,
of course.
It's just they probably wouldn't have had to go looking for their magic in the in the Gibbo room.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and get one or two more hits on this Mavula, but is up against the I guess the spiky ropes. But that is a clear of Mavula for Neobium Narwhal. That will be the first Skullwoods clear.
Yep, that's their 7th clear, so not too far behind, but we got and it looks like CJ and Norse Commandy are both into Skullwoods as well.
Yeah, at this rate, you're just gonna go ahead and clear it. It's just clear out dungeons. So Narwhal is just gonna go ahead and get the silver arrows here. Looking like wanting to wait until this getting a Skullwoods clear to actually pick it up.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure. You correct me if I'm wrong, Professor, but I think we're just we're in ice mode, ice rod go mode, right?
Correct.
Everybody's favorite go mode.
Yep, it's a nice rod hunt. Next best spot to look for at this point, since Norse Magic, I think didn't choose to do purple chest.
No, he did do. Norse Magic did do. Purple chest was checked. It was arrows. So.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I just want to make sure because I didn't see it personally. So the next best thing would actually have to be Turtle Rock.
Right. Yep. Just hiding in Turtle Rock.
Yeah, it's five items to one away from go mode, as far as the items to go mode item ratio is. Yeah, it's a good chance for it to show up inside Turtle Rock, and even if it's just the shovel, you could say it's just as a proxy for it. All right, so CJ will get the 10th clear done. And it looks like CJ wants to grab those silvers as well. It's fine.
Yeah, it gives you a little security, right? You're there. You just did Skullwoods. Grab them. Makes, for me it feels like it makes the climb easier. He did already do Vidi, so I guess it doesn't help him there. But
yeah, it's only going to make Ganon easier, and that makes sense because this is the best time to really get the pedestal at that point. Silvers is a convenience item, so you might as well just pick it up while you're here. Again, not necessarily required, but it's nice to have. Okay, so now Osmani is gonna go ahead and go through Turtle Rock. Yeah, CJ will be behind Norsemani because he was the one. Norsemani was the one to get into it first, and CJ wants to grab silvers after clearing Skull Woods.
CJ had already done that check that Norsemani just did, and the chain chomps check also. He was in there earlier, so he had opened it. So he's not too far behind. He just has to do the fire rod checks.
Yeah. I was gonna comment on that. It's not. CJ's not too far away at this point. And you're not really looking for anything else for go mode. You're just looking for Ice Rod. And all you really needed to do at that point is just go through go through Turtle Rock up until Laser Bridge. If you get the 5 rod by then, cool. We're now looking at GT. If not, then hey, and if we have some proxy for it, maybe the shovel, then that's fine. We can preserve a Bureau portal for that.
It does seem I'm hard pressed to think that they don't have the Chad side doesn't have many checks. If Ice Rod isn't in Turtle Rock, I mean, there's not many checks left.
Yeah, there isn't we're running low on checks on Chad's side. So, yeah, and so going into Turtle Rock makes sense at this point. Meanwhile, Neobium Narwhal is doing a pretty standard Silver's Blamos fights for their next dungeon clear. And at this point, that Smells Like Troll Seed is just gonna go through the dungeons, try to clear them out, looking to find that Ice Rod.
Ah, red boomerang.
Yeah, what I consider to be the objectively better boomerang.
I mean, it is, but
Yeah.
okay, we got. They are caught up with each other now. That's funny. Oh, and there it is. Big chest.
Yeah, there's go mode for CJ and North Schematic pretty much going at the same time, so they are very much all in complete unity from this point. Yeah, at this point, it's Kabuki Hundo activist department's race to lose, and with the small key beat.
Right. They. I was just gonna say they're fairly far ahead. They're on their last dungeon at the same time. And we still have a couple, I think, at least 2 or 3 on Troll Seed's side.
Yeah. Yeah. With the small key being the crystal roller room, pretty much being a god TR. This is just. Oh yeah! Oh wow! Yeah, this is just perfect sync from North Schematic and CJ. So when it comes to GT for the guessing game, we're gonna go off of who goes into GT first, because I mean, come on, look at the sync that we're seeing.
Oh yeah, no, it's funny. I do believe North Schematic was there first, but because he had to check Mimic Cave, now he's a couple seconds behind.
Yeah, this is something this is something to relay. This was just to say that, hey, if Mimic Cave has nothing, you can just proceed forward. You don't have to do anything with that, just to save time. And CJ does get Trunix down first. North Schematic will be about to finish that up too. We get a fairy in a bottle too, for our troubles as well. That's the final of the main dungeons. We still have one more dungeon to clear, and that is GT. So high time to go ahead and do the guessing game. 1 to 22, get your guess in chat where you think it might be. And again, we'll go off of whoever gets into GT first, which looks like to be CJ.
Whenever I do comm, I will do this. I will always say is number 22. I'm always hoping for a nice tile room, big key.
I'll say a little bit. I'll split that in half and say 11.
Maybe I'm just mean.
North Schematic will go ahead and get the gold sword here. That's fine. It's on the way. No harm, no foul. CJ wants to go left first. Presumably,
so we're counting off of him, right? So that's
yes.
Yep.
Yeah. So starting off with 1, it's a small key, so no Bob today. But judging by what CJ wants to do, this might be a DM route. And it looks like North Schematic will also go left. Either it'll be a full left or a DM route.
No, I think I'm gonna say if they're splitting it evenly, he'll probably take right. But I was thinking, CJ informed him, hey, there's a key on the torch, so you can get through the door, go in this direction.
Yeah, and that was exactly that was exactly what he did. Looked like, and it was the right call too, because there was Hope Room only had no key. So yeah, this will be a full left from CJ. North Schematic is doing a right play after getting the key from the torch. Nice shovel. So that does at least confirm that shovel is part of the junk fill.
And it wasn't right.
Does Norseman opt to go? Okay, he's gonna go full right. Okay, that looks like that the big key was in random room.
It was the second one in random room, so that's 9. Am I right? 9.
1, 5, 6, 7, 9. Yes, that sounds right.
Plumeria Knight got that one. Congratulations! All the fake internet points are yours.
Or whatever. Or whatever we decided to do for it. Just here.
Right.
Just good on you. Good on you. Mr. Angry Pants will go ahead and grab the silvers from the pedestal. So everyone's gonna be pulling the pedestal today. I mean, why wouldn't you do it at this point? 'Cause, I mean, the pendants were very nice. CJ will grab a ferry to help to keep him alive. He already has a ferry in one of the bottles from Trinex. Might as well fill up the other one. All right, Nurse Committee with the big key is going to go ahead and start the climb. And yeah, as I mentioned before, this is very much Chad's race to lose.
I will say that I think looking at it from 5,000 feet up, Chad definitely had they made the Dark World play early. They were pretty good in splitting their checks. I mean, essentially they found the two, not go mode items, but I mean they found the Mitts and Ether medallion, which were both required items at the same time, splitting those checks up. So it's been a good race by them for sure.
Yeah, this was a well performed race from Cabookey Hundo Activist Department.
Well, that's a mouthful.
Yeah, that's why we've been calling it Chad for the past hour and a half. Yeah, at this point, CJ is all kitted out, so you don't have to worry about any of the checks here on the top of GT. Don't need to fluff this time around. As Norse Manny finishes up Moldorm, Lambo 2, excuse me. CJ's on Moldorm 2.
Right.
Quick and easy fights, just 2 slashes. No big deal. CJ's just gonna go and pass up Moldorm 2 chest because we're not fluffing this seed for what, like a silvers or mail or
they already have
sword.
It. I mean, and we already know where all the mail is too. I think it'd be garbage. It'd be a heart probably.
Yeah,
I don't think they've gotten Sankheart yet. Maybe Sankheart.
Yeah, I mean it would be nice, but yeah, we have a ferry in reserve, so that's a hard no on the top 4, on the top of the 4 chests that's on top of GT.
Right. I will say that shows respect for their opponents because they're not wasting time with those checks.
Yeah. So as we mentioned, that CJ has finished up Baga 2. By now he's gonna raise that bonk count higher and higher and higher.
Oh boy. One of our trackers saying that they like to get that last chest for posterity.
Yeah,
We'll see if
I mean,
Norse Matty does it. Nope.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, if you, I mean, it's your decision if you want to decide to put a Moldern 2 chest. I won't judge you for picking it up if you just wanted to do it, because why not? But for me, I'll always bomb it.
Yeah, there you go.
It's
And
basically a. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say we got a Butters Silver Ganon fight on for both of these runners, so hopefully that'll be nice and quick.
Okay. Yep, there goes CJ. With his Ganon. GG's out to CJ. Go ahead and get an official time for you here. We'll be finishing.
I got
first,
it if you want.
I got it.
Okay.
First amongst the race room with an official time of 1:32:03. As Norse Mighty will start dealing with Ganon now. Yeah, it's a gold sword silvers fight. You get a free 1-in-1 for your trouble. Norse Mighty will head into phase 4. Picking up those silvers off that pedestal. The legendary silver arrows makes the oh no, silver my one true weakness all the more serious, I guess. I don't know. And that's Norse Matty taking down Ganon as well. So GG's to Cabookey Hundo Activist Department.
GG's for sure.
Yeah, this will so Norse Matty will finish second with an official race time of 1:32:22, and that will be just enough, be more than enough to give Cabookey Hundo Activist Department the win. See if we can get Norse Matty and CJ in for an interview. Meanwhile, over on Smells Like Troll Seed, looking like Nearbaum Narwhal has kind of figured that at this point, might be. Okay, going into the mountain. I was paused on there for a second.
Yeah, probably deciding what they wanted to do, but splitting the checks with pants checking Pyramid Fairy. So you're pretty much looking at they've come to the conclusion that it has to be TR. So
yeah, there's nowhere else to take it. And at this point, so Mr. Angry Pants will go and grab some bottles before making their way or making his way up to the mountain. Oh no, the dead rock. It's gonna choose to wait it out, it looks like. And it looks like we are joined by Cabookey Hundo Activist Department, aka Chad. GG's to both of you, to the two of you.
Thank you.
GG's, guys.
Okay, so tell me your thoughts on the seed.
Well, we knew that we picked the name Chad, which meant that we were gonna have to get every item in the game so we could be nice and yoked up by the time we had to go fight Ganon. So that wasn't a surprise for us. I think that my favorite part of the seed was when Maddie was like, "Oh, hey, fire rods in checkerboard cave," and I was like, "Cool, hammer pegs," and he's like, "No, checkerboard." I was like, "Okay, it's in hammer pegs, right?" And then I'm in hammer pegs, and he's like, "No, it's in checkerboard." I was like, "Oh."
He grabbed that right when you needed it too. You just passed the Turtle Rock the Turtle Rock fire rod room.
At that point, we didn't know, and I figured I was already up there, so I might as well, if Ice Rod was up there, even if Fire Rod was down below, at least we would know where it was. Since we didn't know it was NTR, we still had to full clear it. I think everything. I think we did every check that we could in that game. I don't think we left anything before going to TR, so it is what it is, just trying to be efficient when I'm up on the mountain, because it seemed like I did a lot of overworld, and Maddie found all the items, so I was really happy when I found GT Big Key first so I could finish before him and make it look like I contributed, but he did like all the heavy lifting.
That's probably not really true. You did a lot of the overworld stuff. It just didn't have anything.
Yeah, no, it was pretty bad. Although that, when we got down to Spike Cave and Powder being all that we needed, and both of them were necessary, that was pretty great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was yeah, the two of you definitely had times where you were basically the scouter of the team. First it was CJ, then it was Nurse Maddie. But yeah, I mean it did all coalesce into a good result at the end of the day.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy with the time. I was sad. I was telling Maddie I was sad that I wasn't going to be able to sub 130 it, because I think I've got a couple of pretty good times in co-op through League. But all in all, we full cleared it. I think we both had, for a co-op, like decently high CR. And I mean, it's always nice when you get to GT and you just can split up left and right and just find the big key that way rather than one person being there, 7-10 minutes before the other.
Right, yeah. It was it was very cool how how it seemed like you guys were in lockstep pretty much the whole time. So many times it was, when one of you were finishing up a dungeon, the other one was right behind. So it's very efficient. It was good.
Yeah, that's a way to get the dungeons done, and also the person that goes first gets to do all of it, and the person who's following right behind gets to skip most of it. So
yeah, I loved it. I didn't have to do Swamp. I didn't have to do Mire. What else didn't I have to do? I don't think I had to do much of anything. Hera, I didn't have to do any of Hera. Didn't have to do any of Skullwoods.
Ice.
Yeah, there wasn't much of Ice. Although I didn't have to do much of Ice either, because the first all the items were pretty early.
I did have to do the big key chest in Eastern because Maddie got lost in the dark, so I do at least get that one.
Yeah, that's true. Did a bad job without a sword in that Eastern dark room.
Yeah, I think that him getting lost in the dark is not as bad as my 14 fire bats to the face it felt like when I was fighting Ganon, because I just couldn't aim right with my sword. But all in all, pretty good time. Happy that League's going on, I like League a lot. I think that these co-op modes where people are playing as a team and just enjoying the game in a chat room together are really fun. So I'm excited that there's going to be 3 weeks this League that we get to do that. I have bogarted like almost all of the co-op games from my teammates, and I'm excited. But it was a good way to start.
Yeah, starting strong with a win to give you 3 points on the board. How do you think this is going to shake up between your division?
I mean, Maddie, if you want to answer it, you can. But I mean, me personally, I don't I don't really pay too much attention to it. I just want to play co-op modes and play fun modes. So I've been, it's been nice for me the past couple of seasons that I have been in playoffs the last 2 years, but I don't worry too much about who's going to win or lose the division. Just kind of play rando, and they just, the division shakes themselves out. Maybe closer to the end of the 7 weeks, I'll be more aware of it. But right now, it's just, start playing and have fun with the modes.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give you the NFL coach answer. We take it one game at a time. On the next week. No, it's it's for fun. We really are just going to go play every week, and whatever happens. That's just the way it is. Yeah, we're on the Cincinnati. No, gee.
Yeah, I'm gonna try my hardest all league to keep my streak alive. We have done a lot of practice seeds. In the run up to this, there was a lot of races or seeds that were rolled that a lot of people played, and I have yet to have Garrison or Maddie finish before me in a co-op seed, and I plan to keep that.
You do it I think he does it intentionally.
I might.
Yeah, I'm kind of feeling the same way about my division. Like, I'm just here to play for fun. Like, I mean, it's late for crying out loud. I mean, you get two people together, and you're along with yourself, and just play some fun modes. Co-op is fun.
Yeah,
it is. I mean, yeah, this is, I think, one of the best modes in randomizer, and being able to have league where you have these teams and the same people that you play with for a couple of weeks is always nice.
Yeah, definitely. It's, you get to play with your friends, and you get to, so even when a seed kind of stinks, it's you're still having fun at least.
Yeah, and even the run up to the league, we did a lot of practice on the co-op seeds, and it's just fun to play co-op. So I mean, yeah, it was a really great way to spend the month, was just playing co-op seeds.
Yeah, and I think that everybody has their own different way that they approach racing, but I like the group, the chads that we got over here, of Maddie and Garrison, of just enjoying the game and having fun. Not saying that wasn't how it was in any previous season or anything like that. I just know that it's been fun practicing and stuff like that with them, and just in a really relaxed, laid back scenario of, we're just going to play rando, and if we win, cool. If we lose, we'll probably just blame me, so everything works out.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it, really.
I think it's a great way to put it. Anytime anything goes wrong, just blame me. It could be no matter what happens.
I will definitely take that to heart. I'll remember that for the rest of the season.
you just when something goes wrong, you just ping me in whatever Discord I'm in, and just let me know that it's my fault. And
I will certainly do that. So
yeah, I'll own that. I'm aware. It's my bad.
Anyway. So Smells Like Troll Seed is now in GT.
Yo, real quick though, it Smells Like Troll Seed, arguably the best logo in
and the sprites
in League. Like,
they're currently racing, but I will be sure that Narwhal knows it was all them. They did the logo for us. They did the sprites. So
having all the sprites be like this is an extremely inspired decision, and I applaud it wholeheartedly.
Oh, I just noticed.
Yeah. It's all of our normal sprites, but nature version to match the logo.
Oh, yeah. That's clever.
It's incredible.
Oh my...
That's nuts. That's insane.
That is some next level stuff. I love it.
I was really
mean-
excited when I saw our logo, but then when the logos came out and I saw that, I was like, "That's amazing!" And to
That's
know
it,
that
yeah.
sprites
You guys,
match
you
and
guys have a
everything
good
is
one.
like,
You guys have a good one too.
that is too high of a standard for other people to try to keep up to. Next year, I'm just gonna open up like paint. And I'm just gonna draw a circle. Like my team, it'll just be team logo. Like I'll just have a like. There's no point in competing anymore. Like it's over.
Yeah.
This is the ultimate, the pinnacle of logo creation and team creation, and I think that the rest of us should just, give up. There's no chance.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't do anything to our sprites, so I mean, we're behind on that sense.
Right?
I've done.
Although I would love a backwards hat Pikachu sprite.
Yes.
I will say, if they are still in chat, Basley is in chat. We had to reach out. Narwhal reached out to them to make sure that they were cool with us doing this, since technically it's the Nature Link sprite and they created that.
Yeah.
But again, it was pretty much like we were brainstorming team names, and Angry Pants kind of like mentioned Smells Like Troll Seed with a bunch of stuff, and the Narwhal was like, well, we could do Smells Like Troll Seed with like Nature Link on the cover of the Nevermind album, and we're like, oh my god.
I think ours was a very similar thing where we were trying to come up with team names for like a while, and then the Cabookey Hundo tournament was just going on, and if people know me, I'm a big proprietor for Cabookey Hundo. I think it's a great mode. And then I just threw it out there, like, if we did it this way, it would spell Chad, and that was the end of it. We decided that's amazing, and we're going with it.
So my team, every day is Mad Red Monday. I'll just spawn because well, there's an MSU pack called Every Day is Mad Red Monday, and I absolutely love Mad Red Dead as a game. And I know how to draw stuff, so I just said, "Hey, why don't we just do Every Day is Mad Red Monday?" And like, they were just totally fine. They're just like, "Okay, that's fine." They just like stuck to the one name, and that was it. And
Yeah.
I did all the art because that's what I've been doing for like several seasons by now. This is like the first time I actually drew something. It's not just sprite related.
Yeah, I mentioned in chat real quick, the Cabookey Hundo is casual boots, starts a standard boot sword, and all dungeons key sanity. So it's basically got its name because it's casual boot key sanity, but the Hundo part is a little inside joke that you're gonna have to full clear the seed every time because of the rule set.
Yeah, it's definitely, it is a great mode. I mean, I did poorly in that tournament, but it's fun. It's definitely, we've been kind of talking, some of the 2022 mentees have been talking about how it's been a good run of tournaments in a row with the Mentor tournament, then the Casual Boots tournament, and then the Cabookey Hundo tournament, because it definitely gives you like an easy dip into keys modes.
Yeah, I personally think that the Cabookey Hundo mode is one that I played a lot when I was learning, just because you are kind of forced to full clear the seed a lot of the times, and being able to route that efficiently and get your times down just helped me a lot. But I don't know. I like it. I'm in the tournament. I don't know how well I'm gonna do, but it's been fun. Yeah, I think if there's anything else I would say about this seed, finding out that silvers were on PED.
That's pretty early when you guys got that. I think Maddie, you went to check and then you were like, oh well, I got all the pendants, I might as well, right?
Yep. I mean, it was like, oh, guess I'll check out what's in Skull Woods, and it turned out you had the flippers. But also, yeah, it's like, well, I'm here. Just gonna go back and check the because I had all 3 pendants very, very early.
Yeah, and then I thought, oh, that's convenient. Like, I can go beat Hera. I need to go get my red can anyway. As soon as I get Fire Rod, I'll go do it. And then the seed never gave us Fire Rod, like, for the longest time. So, I don't know. I was a little salty about that. I had to fight Vidi with Cape and Gold Sword instead of Silvers. Not quite. I mean, Cape and Gold Sword is good, but it's not quite safe enough for me.
Yeah. So I don't know what else to really mention at this point. So if you've got any final thoughts on this, feel free to sound off.
Thanks for everybody who was watching. The league is super fun, and there's lots and lots and lots of matches. You know, you can find a lot of information about it on that Discord, but you know, it's just there's a lot of fun modes and a lot of really cool people that play in the league. And yeah, it's, you know, for all the people who watch it and enjoy Rando, it's a really good, you know, multi-week tournament because everything's always changing, but you get to keep the same teams and, you know, develop a team that you want to root for just from watching some of these restreams and stuff like that. It's fun to do.
Yeah, I'll say thanks for the restream and all your comms, to the trackers, and all of that that allows these to happen so people can watch. It's always fun when League is going and all these matches are happening every day. So, yeah, thank you, and GG's to our opponents. Smells like Trollstein.
Okay, so Neobo Narwhal is about to drop into Ganon now, while Mr. Angry Pants is about to start fighting it Moldorm 2. Does have a very different fight compared to Mr. Angry Pants. He does. Pardon me. They have a tempered sword as opposed to a gold sword.
Yeah, the only one in the seed not to pick up the gold sword, but. A Moldorm 2 fall. Ouch.
Yeah. I don't know if that was just Moldorm be Moldorm or something happened.
All right, there we go.
Okay, so that after taking care of Moldorm 2, Aga 2 is left for Mr. Angry Pants. Neobium Narwhals in Phase 3 of Ganon.
All right. Let's see.
Mr. Silver, a silver shot facing the wrong direction around Neobium Narwhal's side. Does get a shot though. Ooh. I'm gonna be a little bit careful with that one because
yeah, they're making me nervous. Yeah,
I was a little nervous because
there they go. They got it.
Yeah, I was nervous because they were holding direction, and if you got hit by a fire bat when holding direction, you go in the opposite direction. But but it does get the job done. GG's out to Neobium Narwhal. We'll finish with a third with an official race time of 1:54:30. And now Mr. Angry Pants is now into Phase 4. Oh, and at a good position for a double here. And 2 doubles was enough.
Very nice. Yeah, that was a nice Phase 4. So, GG's for Narwhal and Angry Pants.
Yep, GG's out to Smells Like Troll Seed. Will Mr. Ingrid Pants will finish 4th with an official time of 1:55.25. And we'll see if we can get Smells Like Troll Seed in for an interview. Well done to both players here. And here is Neil Barham Narwhal and Mr. Angry Pants. GG's to the both of you.
Thank you. GG's to
GG's,
Randy and
guys.
CJ.
Yeah, so I'll start off with like some initial thoughts on this seed.
I would say routing wasn't great, but my cannon fight was good. I felt good about that one.
Yeah, the two doubles on Ganon was very nice.
Yeah, it was a nice Ganon fight. How about that ice rod and mitts and
Fire Rod
and
Moon Pearl.
Moon Pearl. Yeah.
Very linear seed. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was great.
Yeah, and the second bow wasn't too bad, I guess. But yeah, we were talking about it while we were waiting for the delay to come through. But yeah, there were probably about 3 or 4 spots where we felt we didn't route very well. We were just in the same spot when there was a couple other things we could have been doing instead. So stuff to work on.
I know I was nervous and excited to play, and so definitely was not on my best form, but it was a good seed nonetheless, so that's fine.
Yeah, it's only the first game, so there's some stuff to keep in mind to improve on for the next couple of matches that you'll be playing.
Yeah, and CJ's already said that if anything goes wrong, you're just supposed to blame him. So.
Well, that's easy enough then. But yeah, no, I think I mean all in all, with all the routing issues we had, still finishing sub 2 hour, we were feeling really good about that. We were feeling good about our collection rate was pretty even, so that's always something I like to look for when we're doing the co-op. So yeah, I mean, I don't know, with as linear as the seed was, just I don't know, not a whole lot I think I can say about it, other than there's about 4 items in trash locations.
Yeah, of note that I can think of really was the Mets in Spike Cave. It's an awkward spot for it, like in general, just because Spike Cave as a check is a little out of the way because you've already done a whole lot of, because presumably by the time you're doing Spike Cave, you've pretty much done all the mountain, so it's a one-off.
Yeah, which is why it took us so long to go back up there, and it's usually not a bad thing because you're going to get funneled into Titan's Mitts pretty quickly. I think it locks so much stuff. In this seed, it locked ice, TR, the fire rod, in Meyer, well, the Meyer area. But so yeah, it just and I mean, co-op's nice to have that you can. We did discuss someone possibly going up there, and then I had a little bit of a snafu at ice where I thought I miscounted items because I had previously miscounted the items in Swamp Palace, and so luckily Narwhal was able to go in and verify that I in fact did find all 3 items, and they could just go mode the rest of the dungeon.
So I guess at this, with no more questions really, just to wrap things up. If you two have any final thoughts, go ahead and sound off.
Well, I want to give a big thank you to Narwhal because they designed not only our logo but also put together the sprites, so the nature moblin and their own custom sprite nature version of that. So I think those are really awesome, and I think Narwhal's done an amazing job, and I wanted to shout them out for that.
Thank you. I was excited that we were getting restreamed so that
Yeah,
those could get shown off somewhere.
I made sure to mention it a few times. Fluff our own feathers, right?
Yeah.
Hawk does have a nature version of the Dipper ready to go for Wednesday's match.
Yeah, that's incredible. I mean, that's as farther than I would have done, because I've done. I mean, I mentioned before that I've done logos for the past couple of seasons that I've been a part of, just because I'm creatively inclined. But yeah.
Certainly, shout outs to all those folks who put together those sprites that I just stuck them together. So.
Basley joined us in chat also, Narwhal. So
Nice.
Yeah, and I did not catch the name when they first were talking, so I looked like a real stupid.
Yeah. So at this point in time, I think we're just about done here. As far as Rando is concerned, Tuesday there's still several matches going on as our first day of league is just about winding down. But there's still a couple more matches coming up. So if you want to look at the ALTTPR League schedule, definitely want to take a look at those. Not to toot my own horn, but there might be a restream for Every Day is Matt Red Monday versus Cursed Seed Investigators Hyrule, featuring myself and my teammate SCZ and K-Mir and Sonny Rev 11. So, and who knows? If we get it, cool. If not, it's there if you want to watch that. But yeah, I guess shout outs to Nojibato and Nojibato and Raids for doing the tracking, and
yeah, for sure.
And Hawk for being my co-com, and of course I'm Professor Ender joining me. Give us a follow, as well as our 4 runners here. And with that, I think we're just about done here. So thanks everyone for watching this, and don't go away, because there's still some more. Keep watching the Speed Gaming channels, because there's still plenty of action going on. So
yep,
yeah.
I'll tag in and say that there's more. There's another invitational match going on at Speed Gaming 4 right now. If you want to watch some more, and yeah, to finish it all, thanks Professor, thanks for co-comming with me. It was fun. It was a good race, guys. GG's, and see y'all later.
Take it easy.